Alright, see you later, Sonya. Hello, I'm Marc Davis, and welcome back to my Pokemon Shield playthrough. Last time we took a little tour around the wild area, and this time we're going to go back into the wild area because I'm not quite ready to move on. I don't think I am anyways. So in this one, I'm going to go around and catch like a bunch of Pokemon, I believe, and just to start off, there's going to be a lot of like cuts in this because I felt after the last part, I felt like it was very, I don't know, all over the place. It wasn't smooth, and I felt very self-conscious about it. Maybe a little too much so, but so this one is post-commentary because I felt like I could, I edited a lot of the raw footage down that such you didn't need to see because it's like a 50-minute like session I had, but it was only me just fucking around the wild area. So yeah, I made it down in 33 minutes, even though it's still a lot. But anyways, here we're going against a Vanillux or Vanillite, whatever. Yeah, there's nothing really, for the most part. I'm just getting my footing with the game because I don't know what to expect. So while during this session of me recording, I really didn't want to, so I started looking, but I had to look stuff up on Wikipedia, and I want to find like what were the how did this work? Like, it just seemed like the last time I recorded, it was it the weather was different, and like every day the weather changed. Like sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it rains in some areas, and sometimes it's like hailing. And even though you can go from an area that's hailing to one that's sunny, which I do in this video, it doesn't make sense. Why isn't the whole place having similar weather conditions? Also, that you're seeing here now, during this recording, a lot of like video glitches happen while I was recording, but it goes away after a while. So I don't really know what that was about. I think because I had Bulbapedia running in like a Chrome tab, and Bulbapedia is so draining on the computer because all the fucking ads they run, and it's a lot of data they already have because all the pictures they have on their website. And I'm gonna just start. Now you see there, I have my computer, even though it's a big tough boy, it can't handle recording 1080p 60 fps and Bulbapedia being going at the same time. But yeah, I think after like 15 minutes, like halfway through this video, it stops. So yeah, you're hearing me catch the Pokemon. It's really jank, and I apologize about that. But when I just gotta be, I gotta tell you this though, it wasn't the Switch's fault, I don't think, because it was playing fine on my TV. So I think it's purely just my fault. Yeah, the audio was very desynced, and I guess I could make a point to sync it up again, but it syncs itself back up after a while. So I looked over the recording and everything, so we're gonna keep going. Caught a Swinub, and you're hearing audio, I guess, me catching a Metapod now, which is ridiculous. Honestly, you probably just skip this fucking part. I do add I think I add like a couple of team members, and I already have my team like determined. Like, there's so many Pokemon in this wild area. Now, that's the point. You're supposed to like get your team early, I guess. They want you to get your team of 6 early, and that really plays into the fact that they have the experience share function as a permanent thing now. Because if you try to get a team of 6 in past Pokemon games right at the beginning, you'd be extremely underleveled, or at least have your Pokemon be like not equal in their level. So they kind of say, hey, we want you to have 6 Pokemon in the beginning, and we're gonna make it easier for you by having the experience share function all the time. And I think that was a good answer to that question, but I don't think the question was necessary to be posed in the first place. Like, why do you feel like it's necessary to have 6 Pokemon in the beginning? Because I can't think of any other reasons why you would have that in there. I don't know. Anyways, the video is about to get synced back up in a couple minutes. There's still gonna be a couple of visual flaws, like glitches going on, but that's fine. Clicking at the camp. I don't use a camp function. I don't think I will use a camp function at any point. I don't really care to. And also, like the raid battles, I don't care to do any of that. I feel like in this playthrough, I'm going to skip a lot of stuff, like some of the optional stuff that's unique to this game, because I really do not care. I'm going to play it like an old Pokemon game, because that's the way I want to play it. So, I don't know how, I haven't got far enough in the game yet to say if Dynamax is going to be something that I have to do to win battles. Even though I recorded, man, there's a couple of parts I have the raw footage of that I'm ready to commentate over, but I don't know. I just hope that I could play it I could beat the game rather, easily and simply without having Dynamax or any of that bullshit. I don't want to deal with it. It's unnecessary. Got a Mincino though, or Minchino, whatever. They're not going to use it. But it doesn't really have much to offer besides filling out your Pokédex. So I just sent it to a box. So I think there's not much more to discover here. There's just like Bunnelbees and Delibirds. No, Vanillites. And I had to face a Bunnelbee because I wanted to catch it. I will not be getting Diggersby though. I'll just be sending it to the box. Because I don't really I have a different ground type in mind, and I really don't need the normal aspect. Like a normal anything, it only serves to give it a weakness to fighting. But, it does make you immune to ghosts, but who gives a shit? Anyways, most of these Pokemon I'm surprised that I don't remember any of these Pokemon breaking out of the ball. Like, I just throw it and they kind of catch. I don't know if the catch rate is different in this game, but it feels really easy to catch Pokemon. Or at least I'm just getting really lucky. But yeah, you go to the box, right? You get the fuck out of here. Alright, we'll move on. There are trainers in the wild area, which I do not take on. I take on this part, but later on. Anyways, fuck that. So, got beautiful cute little Panchams here just chasing me. Pancham. So cute little guys. And, I noticed as soon as I got here, is that they did not run outside. Like, there's an invisible wall where they just stop. And it's so glaring because it's so obvious. Like, why aren't they like able to roam wherever, or have some like natural barrier that doesn't just make it so obvious that you just had to put a stopping point so it doesn't chase you in the town or whatever? But maybe on a more powerful console in the next generation of Nintendo like devices, 7 years from now, they'll have the processing power to do such a thing, to have a wild Tauros to chase you in the town and cause a ruckus, or have a running of the Tauroses. That would be something. Yeah, but that definitely probably won't happen on the Switch unless it's like a cutscene. Nor do I think Game Freak is creative enough to do that. Like if you get the people who write the anime, but I don't know if they. I mean, there's an egg on my face if they do, if they already did this. But like the people who write the anime, like to write some of the gameplay sequences, not cutscenes necessarily, but like some of the like set pieces and events that can happen that to some degree happen, that they kind of have the barest amount of already in like the wild areas and stuff. They're building upon it, But I just feel like I talked about this before, my Pokemon Fire Red Omega playthrough, and many times before, Pokemon really poses, as we encounter a Diglett here, it really poses a lot of different interesting ideas, and really inspires the imagination, and it's so disappointing to see how Game Freak only exploits a small percentage of that imagination. But they have very short deadlines relatively, and gotta keep making games to keep that cashola flowing. But it's an odd criticism for me, knowing how I've been making videos this year, or this half of 2020. But it seems that they're just quantity over quality over this point. At this point, I should say. But anything with that, we get Diglett. Diglett will be a member of my team, but I think I get a different. I think I get a different Diglett because I forget. I think it had a bad nature. You know, when you're in a Pokemon like single player experience, I feel like the best nature to get are the ones that like cancel out, like serious. So I think I try to get just one of those natures. But obviously, when a Pokemon has such obvious shrinks, such as Diglett, where all it is attack and speed, fuck everything else, you would want Adamant or Jolly. Yeah, Jolly is plus speed minus special attack. So yeah, something like that, where you're not going to be using the secondary attacks and you don't really care about defense. So here we got plus special attack minus speed, the exact opposite of Jolly. Or what? Or I forget. Is the blue the subtract, or the blue is the thing that benefits? I don't know. Because I don't associate red or blue with positive or negative. So they implemented that, I believe, in Gen 5. You know, they implemented that in Gen 4, but it was Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I believe, where they highlighted the stats that are boosted and negated by your nature. Roggenrola, the real Roggenrola is here. But anyways, well, I was talking about the. I guess we'll find out soon, because I don't know if I flip to the other page to see what it's like. The name, what nature is, but Jolly is not bad for a Diglett. You know, it's pretty good. I'd rather Adamant, honestly, because I mean, I don't know. In very few cases in Pokemon history does your opponent have max IVs and max EVs in its stats, especially speed. So if you have an experienced fast Pokemon like the trio will be, at the end of the game, you probably outspeed pretty much everything. But Tyrogue, I was thinking about keeping on the team, but I decided against it. It will not, but I'll level it up a little bit until I replace it. Roggenrola have no place here. And a Pidove. Yeah, I think this is the first encounter I have based on like a flying Pokemon flying down. There we go again. What the fuck's happening? Jesus Christ. What a mess. Let's let the mess speak for itself. Okay, anyways, you can go heal back at the initial person at the start of the wild area. And yeah, so that's what I do. I don't go to the town quite yet. Got the ball toy spinning around. We got glitches. We got Growlithe. And Growlithe is the next member of my team that I plan on getting right here. And again, nature is a problem here, because with Growlithe in Gen 4 and on, you know, I would like physical attacking fire moves, but you know, your flame wheels, your flame charges, so on and so forth. But it might be better to have a special attack or the special attacking Arcanine later on. But I have less of a concern about raising a Growlithe in this game though, because it seems that you can get a lot of the good TMs very early on, and even in this wild area via exchanging your watts for TMs. So I think I can get like flamethrower or whatever fire move I choose to be my main one very soon. But I don't know when I get the Firestone in particular. But I do get a Thunderstone pretty early on. I don't know if I did that last part or it'll be in this part. But yeah, there's a Thunderstone in the wild area. And just like that, I get Growlithe. Jesus Christ. It must be so annoying to listen to the desynced game audio. Sorry, can't control that much. But I feel like I had to show this off. Me catching all these Pokemon and just my experience. What my thoughts on thus far about this wild area. I just wish, and to speak more about the wild area in particular, I do feel that I like what they're going for, but I feel like they gave me way too much, way too soon. I was not ready for this. Like, you give me more basic routes, very linear routes, because I don't know if there's going to be more places like this in the game, or just the one place. If this is just the one wild area type place, put that shit later in the game. It's just a little bit later at least. It's like I didn't even get the first gym badge, if it's called a badge in this game. I think it is. And you're throwing way too much at me in my opinion, but I guess that's really they wanted to streamline the experience of a Pokemon game. That's why they gave you the experience share. Like I said, they gave you all these Pokemon. So you get a team of 6. They're making it like even more seemingly linear, even though the world is quite large and larger than most Pokemon games, it seems. But here I'm catching our Diglett to get a better nature, I'm guessing. Well, I know, but you'll see if this is a better nature. And it seems here, yeah, the audio synced back up again. I don't know don't know what really happened, but yeah, I think I don't get the full team of 6 quite yet. I get the team of 5, and that's enough. I don't think it's really a big deal to get 6. But the game is begging you to get 6, so I'm like, why not? I'm gonna get the 6th one later, but there's some Pokemon in here. But what's obvious with the Onix that we saw in the last part is that the Pokemon that are above level 20 we could not catch. You need to get the first gym badge to be able to catch up to level 30 Pokemon, I believe it is. So there are multiple Pokemon that are very appealing to get at level 26, and pretty much any Pokemon is appealing at level 26 at this time of the game. You can kind of steamroll through the early trainers, even though the trainers have been like I think I put 5 hours into this game already, and there's a disturbing lack of trainer battles. I don't know, like think of the first, to bring up the last playthrough, like that's as a playthrough, like, you know, it's a ROM hack. It's like pretty similar, like almost like the exact same structure of the original games. Like the first 5 hours of Pokemon Fire Red, you could fight. You went through like 3 gyms, a couple of dungeons, and it's a shit ton of trainers. Like they threw trainers at you. Like that was what the game was about. You caught Pokemon to keep up with the trainers and keep up with the type matchups that you have to go on. You know. And I just feel that, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't think I agree with this, with the structure of so far. Not saying that it's bad, but it's why are you doing new shit when you didn't even like you didn't even do like the old structure of Pokemon to its like natural, like progression, like to its logical progressions. Like they kind of like copied and pasted like the same structure over and over again, but never progressed it. And then you tried something different with like Sun and Moon. And then I guess we're kind of going back to a similar structure, but we'll see. I didn't even beat the first gym yet. And maybe that's on me because I spent like 2 hours in the wild area. And maybe you're not, maybe, you know, I'm not going to say you're not supposed to do that because, you know, it's a video game. Do what you want. It's RPG especially. Do what you want. But I don't know, but there we get Diglett I want, and we're here. What is this? Dappled Grove? I forget what this is called. We're in a different part of the wild area. Here you can find like Lombres and still bumblebees. You know, good stuff. But I don't really care to get. And those pink things, you get wants and stuff. Look at that big old bear. I think it's called Beware. No, I think that's the ice bear, right? I don't remember. No, yeah, Beware is something else. But now we're in the East Lakes Axwell, and I'm trying to get some of the Pokemon. Well, no, actually not now. I'm just trying to explore, I guess. But there is a Pokemon in that area that I really, really, really want. But here is the stairs to go to the town. I'm not going to go there quite yet. This guy is, yeah, it tells us about camping. Yeah, I don't care about the curry decks. Don't care about any of this shit. Don't care about camping. Yeah, we can get with our watts. We get a couple quick balls. We can get a wishing piece, crunch, thunderbolt, leaf blade, stone edge, and surf. Oh my god, surf! Oh, when I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, I need to start grinding watts. But I think maybe if you go into those raid battles and you win, you probably reward a bunch of watts. So maybe I will end up doing it. I usually, like right now, I just get the watts out of the places to start the Dynamax raid or whatever. But I don't want to actually do it. I don't know if you could do it by yourself or you have to invite people. That's a dog shit if you have to invite people to start it. I do not like mandatory multiplayer elements in my JRPG. Thank you very much. And I've realized that only one of the dens gives you 300. Like after that, pretty much all the other dens give you 50. Maybe it's like a one a day thing that you get the 300 one. But when you get that big ass cat, I forget its name. Over there, apparently, or if you cross the bridge, apparently there's some very strong Pokemon. And this guy tells it's no use to really go over there because you can't catch them until you get the first badge, which sucks. But I can go there and get wrecked, I guess, but I just can't catch them. Like, what's even the? I don't get it. Like, how's the badge enabling my Pokeballs to catch them? I don't know. Stupid, contrived nonsense. Now, in the older Pokemon games, of course, there was something related to level with your badges, and it was supposed to be, very strong in Purloin here, level 26 Purloin, and I leave this battle win because it took me a lot to defeat her, because I really wanted the experience. But anyways, so in the past Pokemon games, it's like, okay, you need this badge to have full cooperation with your Pokemon. And that kind of makes sense if you're not like the badge is proof of how good a trainer you are. So if you get like a very high badge to Pokemon, you will have the skill to handle stronger and stronger Pokemon, and the Pokemon might respect you. Even though that's what people say, that's not how I interpret it. I interpret it as it's a proof that you're a better trainer. And you being a better trainer lets you handle stronger Pokemon. It makes sense, although that is, abstract, kind of unnecessarily abstracted to badges. But it still makes sense. It's logical. You can understand it. Even though it is annoying sometimes when you have overleveled Pokemon and they don't fucking obey, or when you get a traded Pokemon before you beat the first gym, you could do this in Pokemon Emerald, you can do this in, you do this in the Hoenn, you could do this in, what else the other game? In Johto with Onyx. If you get traded Pokemon before the first gym, they will not obey you consistently. And I think that's fucking annoying. So, but in this game, I think it's even... It's less annoying, but it's more illogical, because I don't really care to catch those Pokemon over there anyways. I'm perfectly fine with the Pokemon here in the wild area, and I'm perfectly fine catching Pokemon that are level 10 or whatever, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I would just make it so there's different tests. Like, you know how they had the super training? I never get good experience when no one levels up. But you know they had the super training in 3DS Gen 6 games. I think even they had it in Sun and Moon too. I don't remember. You should have like some sort of training session to prove that you are able to handle stronger Pokemon that isn't like like battling. But anyways, we'll put a pin in that. We're fighting our first trainer, and I gotta say these Pokemon breeders, these female breeders are fucking hit by the face. Like, that fucking nose is horrible. Give it a different nose. I'm sorry if you have a nose like that, but that's just, come on. It's not looking good. Like, I'm not here for shaming people for their cosmetics, or at least like their like nose and stuff like that, stuff that you can't control. But what am I kidding? All I do is make fun of people for very dumb things. I'm just not that malicious of a guy. Anyway, this lady, being a breeder, I don't know how being a breeder relates to having access to a 3-starter Pokemon. Like, I guess as a breeder you have connections, which it does seem like, because the breeders always have very diverse teams. Instead of having, like, you'd think a breeder would have 6 of like the same Pokemon family, all with different IVs and like egg moves. But no, they just have just 6 Pokemon, all different. Like, historically in the Pokemon games, which what does that do with breeding? Anyone can have 6 different Pokemon on the team just by catching them. You're just a catcher. So you should say Pokemon catcher, and then Pokemon breeder is the aforementioned fella with the 6 of the same family with different moves and different IVs. But come on, like, you're letting like a dumbass like me, like I don't know. That seems like a good idea to me. But anyways, Grookey is not Grookey. This is Grookey. Not giving me the easiest time, but anyway, that flame wheel is it's beautiful to me. That's a very good animation. And Julius levels up to level 16. You know what that means? Fucking Sobble is evolving into something else. But the battle's not over yet. That was just the first Pokemon. And yeah, we're gonna bring up Yamper. I don't care if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I pronounce it Yamper because that's the noise that dogs make when they eat something. Yum. No, it's not really. I'm not really that adept with dogs. I don't really hang out with them, so I don't know. I have no dog friends, so I'm just talking. But no, I think Yamper. I don't like saying Yamper. I mean Yamper. I'm sorry. I like saying Yamper. I don't like saying Yamper. Anyways, Yamper is pretty weak right now. When it evolves, I looked at some of the Pokemon base stats when they evolved, and I was thinking Yamper. Fuck, I'm so conscious about it. I was thinking Yamper was gonna be like a very a non-viable Pokemon for the late game. And you know what? But its base stats, you look at it, they're not great base stats, but with its ability Strong Jaw it gets later on, plus all the Fang moves it learns, it is going to be dishing out some serious damage. And its speed is kind of alright. I think it has a 90 base speed, which is fine. And of course, the last Pokemon she has here is Scorbunny. And Diglett has no ground moves. I mean, attacking ground moves. So it would make sense to go back out to Julius, I guess. Yeah. And wrap this bad boy up. Water Pulse. It's a surprise that we learned such a powerful water move. Because Water Pulse is like 60 base power, which is crazy. But yeah, we're gonna need it for the first gym. It will be very useful in the first gym. You must be pretty amazing to have beaten me. You're a regular wild area expert. I'm not an expert at all. Here we go. Julius is evolving into a Drizzle. He evolved into a PlayStation era platform mascot. I mean, but when he evolves again, it'll that'll be even more obvious. But anyway, she goes away. This item here was a TM. Yeah, 8 bulldoze. Hey, teach that to Diglett. I forget if I do, but I found it odd. The vast majority of the items you get are not in Pokeballs, which is whatever. That's fine. They're just like shiny things on the ground. Like, what type of design choice is that? And why? Why that? I've been very critical this episode. I'll probably have a title related to that, but looking at the stats here right now. Yeah, we got good with Growlithe and Diglett. We got just basic neutral natures. Yeah, the rest of my Pokemon don't have the best natures in the world, but here we get a big pearl for 100 watts. But I thought she gave us something. No, this is what it is. We already had the fishing rod, but you can only fish on those dark spots. You can't just fish willy-nilly, I don't think. But here we get a Barboach. It's that Pokemon in Gen 3 that's supposed to replace Swampert, but no one gets it to replace Swampert because it's like at a really obscure body of water, and you need a rod that you get later in the game to go back and get it. So it ends up being used by almost no one. But Barboach is a fine Pokemon. There's better water types, and I don't think water ground is all that great of a type. I mean, Quagsire is cool, Swampert is cool, Whiscash is cool, but I don't know. Get it if you're really trying to do something where you have an idea. It wouldn't be a water type that I would just say is your basic water type to just do surf at people. But anyways, let me catch you just for the Pokedex. Yeah. So next up, we're gonna go back to those stairs. I'm gonna talk to the guy again, I believe, and see if you can get with our watts. But yeah. Oh, it's what's it called? Clyde, Mudsdale, something like that. The big muddy horse from the Sun and Moon region. Fuck, I don't know shit. Anyways, I don't go to the city quite yet. But if you enjoyed this video, I gotta say, support me by liking the video, commenting down below, and maybe sharing if you think it's good enough. Well, if you think the series is good enough, because you definitely do not think this video is good enough. And we just go straight to black because I'm very professional. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and see you later, folks.